Alright, hello friends, I'm here. I'm still dressed as Stitch like I was before. However, I don't have my hood up anymore. So, today I'm actually going to review, unbox a couple of games and talk about them. And I haven't played these ones yet, so I can't really review them until I do. If you want me to play them for you guys and show you me and my family or me and my friends playing them, give me a comment down below saying, hey, I want to see you play these with your friends or whoever, or I want to see you play these for your channel. Okay, great. I'll do that. So, first game is Shake. It is also a Steve Jackson game, just like Munchkin. I believe Steve Jackson makes another type of game, but I'm not sure. But this is a Steve Jackson game. It looks just like my Munchkin box for Star Munchkin. It's the same size, actually. So when you open the box, you get a lovely rule book, and I got the House Party edition. I got this from Amazon. I don't exactly remember how much I paid on Amazon for this. I'll put a link down below to Amazon for this specific product, so you can go and check it out and see. So, what you get in the box, you get those fun punch-out cards with cardboard. I already did that because I have no patience. So these are the little slack counters. This helps you add up the slack so you know how much each thing is and how much slack you have. Because the point of this game is you end up with a job, which I'm going to rubber band my... Alright, so you end up with a job like tech support. As you can see, tech support. And you have a slack goal of 20, so you have to have 20 slack to win. You have a free time of 1 and income of 5. Income is how much you can spend on an item, and free time is how many cards you can play in one turn. So, it's kind of all depends. I mean, some of these have higher slack goals, some have really low ones like 16. I know there's one that has higher than 20. Yeah, there's one that's 22. It's fun. I've seen it played on tabletop. I can also link that in the description box down below. But to get slack, you can do different things like, oh look, this doesn't cost you any income and it gives you 1 slack. Your living significant other, they give you 1 slack and they're a person, so you have to call them. People you have to call over, and it's a successful call if you roll a 4 or higher on the dice, and a dice isn't not dice. A die is included in the box. Oh look, you don't have to spend any money to have some cast party nookie. And let's see. Oh look, you get money from your parents. Your next income's raised by 3. So all of these cards, they kind of tell you what happens. If it says whenever, it can be played literally whenever you want. I have yet to play this game. I really want to play it by the end of the summer so I can actually review it for you guys. So that's one of the games. The next game that I got rather recently, it was over my spring break, but I didn't review it because I did my Lords of Waterdeep review. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. I'll put it somewhere here, or I'll put it in the info box over here. I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. So the next game I bought is the Sheriff of Nottingham. I was told by a friend, my friend Greg. He is a friend from school. He told me that he's played this game with his friends, and he said it was really fun. So I decided, hey, if he likes it, because he and I have similar game preference. He likes Munchkin. So I was like, oh, if he likes it, alright. So I bought Sheriff of Nottingham. You get the fun rulebook. You need the rulebook. All games need the rulebook. This also had one of those stupid cardboard punchy things. These were all together, and you have to punch them out. Hate those things so much. But that's a rant for another day. So you have these. You can play with 5 players, so you have 5 little boards. And the point of this game is you are supposed to take things into Nottingham to sell, and you're trying to sneak contraband into Nottingham to help Robin Hood or a certain man in green tights. That's not Peter Pan. you're going to be taking stuff to him. So there's like crossbows and pepper and things that you can do there, such as, oh look, pepper and mead. And then there's normal things like apples and chickens. So with this, it is very fun, and from what I've understood, it's pretty intense. The sheriff moves around per turn, so each person gets to be the sheriff once during a round, and depending on how many people are playing, that determines the number of rounds you go around the table. So, also in the box, you get 5 lovely little sacks to hide your cards in. So, for my turn, I'm sneaking in, taking 2 chickens and some pepper into market. I put them in my little sack. I close my sack and I give it to whoever the sheriff is, and then they, like, you can bribe the sheriff too. So, oh, Mr. Sheriff, you're looking rather lovely today. Here's 5 pence to kind of speed along this time, and so you can go get a milkshake after or whatever. So you can do that. Like I said, I have yet to play this game, but from what I've seen on tabletop, which I'll put that link down below too, it's pretty fun. And you also get a little sheriff cutout that stands up like so in front of whoever the sheriff is for that round. Pretty cool. The pain in the butt part was punching out all of these coins. There's a bunch of 1s, 5s, 20s, and 50s. To win the game, you have to have the most money, and you get money by being, like, sneaking in the most contraband, because contraband is worth more than regular items, being the king or queen of a certain thing. So you can be the chicken king or the chicken queen, and then the like first and second place for having that many items. So if you have the most bread, you can be bread king, most cheese, the most apples. It all depends. So that game seems pretty fun, and I'm excited to play it whenever I get to play it. Hopefully again this summer. So if you want to see me play it, please comment down below and I will do that. So the final game that I am unboxing and talking about today is the Betrayal at House on the Hill. This is the 2nd edition. I don't know what the difference is between the 1st and 2nd edition, but alright, so box is open. So first thing in here is the rule book, the Secrets to Survival book, and the Trader's Tome. These two, the survival one and the Trader's Tome, you aren't supposed to read at all until the haunt happens in whatever game you're playing with whoever you're playing with. However, I've done it. I've read them. I've read a couple of them just to kind of get myself familiar with these so I could talk about it a little bit more than just being like, hey, look what game I bought today. So you also have this little turn tracker or omen tracker. It all depends. For the first part of the game where you're just discovering rooms and waiting for the haunt to happen, this is an omen tracker, so you can keep track of how many omens there are on the board, so you don't have to be constantly looking around and counting 1, 2, 3, like the ones in front of each person. Then you also have, this was also one of those games that had the cardboard punch, which stunk. I already did it. Like I said, can't stand this kind of stuff. So this is the first floor landing area, and it has the entrance all the way through the staircase, which leads to the upper landing, and then there's a basement tile as well. These are the 3 floors of the house on the hill. Can't get to the basement right away unless you fall through somewhere or you find a staircase. So the tiles are all interesting. So this is a game for 3 to 6 players. So here's the 6 little character things, and it all depends on who you want to play because these are 2-sided. Ooh. So you can either, like for this one, you can be Ox Bellows or Flash Williams. And it keeps, like, they're all different sizes. It depends, a lot of this stuff kind of depends on haunt and all of that stuff too, so it's kind of weird. It's hard to explain. These are little trackers that you put on this, so you know, oh, this is how much sanity, might, and speed I have. So, and this also goes on the turn tracker as well, and you can slide it. Then you get your little figurines. There's 6 of them. 6 little figures. They're kind of cute, actually. This one, I don't get what's up with it. It's bent. Like, floors me that it's that bent. And it was like that when I first got it, too. And then you get 8 dice. However, these dice are special dice. You can't replace these with any random dice that you buy from a store. These are dice that have only 1s, 2s, and blank sides on them. So there's 2 1s on each dice, 2 2s on each dice, and a blank side, 2 blank sides on each dice. This is helpful because you roll 6 of these dice to reveal the haunt, or to make a haunt roll when an omen appears. So if there's 4 omens on the board, you have to have a dice roll of 4 or higher to prevent the haunt from happening. If you get less than 4, the haunt happens, and basically it happens. So if you're rolling 6 and there's only 2s, the highest you can get is 12. There's 13 omens. So you're guaranteed to have a haunt. You can't avoid the haunt at all. I mean, that's the point of the game, is to have a haunt. And there be a betrayal. However, I must say this now, there are some of these haunts that don't have any sort of betrayer at all. You have no idea who the betrayer is. There are even ones with a secret betrayer, which no one knows except for who the betrayer is, who is actually, like, who's betrayed the group of people. And you don't even know who betrayed the group of people until the haunt happens. But there's the secret ones, and then there's ones that don't have any sort of betrayer at all. It just happens. So it's kind of weird. But I don't understand how those work. I haven't played the game yet. You get 13 omen cards, like I said. You're guaranteed to have a haunt happen because there's 6 dice with only the highest number being a 2. There's items which can help you during the haunt. Like the one I'm looking at is an adrenaline shot. It says before you attempt a trait roll, you can use this item to add 4 to the result of that roll. Discard this item after you use it. So these items can be helpful. They cannot help you sometimes. It all depends on the item. And then there's events that happen in the rooms. The rooms will tell you if there's an event in the room. These symbols that are on the front of the card, so this one's a crow. This one looks like a cow skull. And then this one's just like a labyrinth swirly, which is pretty cool. There we go. And then get all these shoved back in place. Alright. Then you get these little monster chips. These were also a pain in the butt to punch out. But this is useful when the haunt happens, or like when there are those secret betrayers that no one knows. This is how you use it because these little things are numbered. Then there's these like item piles, empty vault. They kind of just tell you what happens. They're pretty cool. I haven't seen anyone use those in any of the ones I've watched on YouTube. And then there's the room tiles, which this one is either an upper or basement. And this one, as you can see, there's an event, and then there's items in the room. Like I said, it tells you if this is any floor. This is an upper floor, and this has an event. Crypt. The abandoned room, which is a ground or basement. And as you can see, this one has an omen in it. But yeah, like these tell you where they can go and where they can't go. So it's a pretty straightforward idea with the rooms when you're revealing rooms, and you know what cards you need to draw because it shows you. So when the haunt is revealed, you open, it's in the Trader's Tome. I don't believe it's in the, no. So in the Trader's Tome, you open to the first page, and there's a lovely haunt chart, and depending on what room you're in and then what omen was drawn is where you find the haunt. And it will tell you, oh, if you're playing Haunt 1, who the traitor is. And then there's ones that say hidden traitor or no traitor. So it all depends. And then you just go to the haunt. And the haunts are numbered at the bottom. I'm not showing you these haunts. But they're numbered at the bottom. And they basically tell you, for this one, it tells you how you win because you're the traitor, how the traitor wins, and then the secrets of survival will tell you how to survive and how to beat the traitor or beat the house if there is no traitor. So that's what I know from what I've seen after watching people play this. However, like I said, I have yet to play this. If you'd like to see me play this or any of the other games that I have talked about today, please comment down below and tell me. Tell me, hey, I want to see you play Betrayal at House on the Hill with somebody. Great, I'll do it. But that being said, I'm not going to ramble anymore. And I'm going to let you go. Peace out. Unleash the Geek.